Dude, this is SJ Talks and Light coming back at you with another video. Um, DEI, DEI. Some companies are rolling back their DEI policies. Target is the main one that I can think of off the top of my head, but there are other companies that are starting to roll it back. And what does that mean? I mean, it seems like to me, I think it's discrimination. I think it's discrimination. DEI is discrimination. I think it's discrimination because DEI benefits minorities, disabled people. I don't understand how they can roll that back. I don't even understand how that's legal because, like I said in my other video where I talked about that, every employer that I've ever worked for in the past has always had to post that sign that, and it's a legal sign that all employers have to post. They are required by law to post a sign that there's no discrimination based on age, race, ethnicity, weight. I think weight is on there. Sexual orientation's on there. Sex, male, female. Disability. Disabilities are on there. All those things are listed on this, and every employer is required by law to post this sign. Everybody that I've ever worked for has always posted it. Every employer that I've ever worked for, I always seen that sign by the time clock. The sign was always by the time clock, or in the same area as the time clock. They are required by law to post this sign. Now, if this was a law that was required, that employers, they could not discriminate against you because of your age or your race, your ethnicity, or your sexual orientation, or your weight, or your sex. If they were required by law to that they could not discriminate, disabilities, they could not discriminate against you. I mean, they do. Let's face facts, they do. I mean, they did anyway. Companies hired who they wanted to hire, and who they didn't want to hire, they didn't hire. Okay. Um, but, you know, they were required by law to post this sign. Now, with this DEI thing that Donald Trump is rolling back, companies are not required to post that anymore. Companies are not required to post a sign anymore. Companies are not required to honor that. They're not required to honor this sign that they were required to post all these years. That they're not gonna discriminate against people because of their all those things. Companies don't have to post a sign anymore. The fact that Donald Trump rolled this thing back, and I heard that there was some black people, minorities, and other people that were being fired or let go because of this rolling back of these policies. I think it's a form of discrimination. It is discrimination because basically what he's saying when he's rolling this back, he's basically saying that companies don't have to hire you because you have a disability. They don't have to hire you because they, it's basically giving companies a full reign to discriminate. That's what it's doing. It's giving companies a full reign to discriminate if they see that you have a disability, or you're a minority, or you're a woman, because white women benefited more from DEI. They benefit more. They don't realize that. White women benefited more, but there's other groups of people that benefit under that too. So you mean to tell me because Donald Trump rolled this back that companies don't have to hire you if you have a disability or your age, or they don't have to take your age into consideration because there's age discrimination. There's all kinds of discrimination. There's age discrimination. There's sex discrimination. There's race discrimination. So If you're over the age of 50, you mean to tell me a company, because of these DEI things, that a company doesn't have to hire you if they don't want to, and you can't come back on them and sue them for it? It does. Is that what it means? And they said Target rolled back their DEI policies. And a lot of people are boycotting Target right now. Target is being boycotted because, you know, mainly by black people, because um, um, they rolled back their DEI policies. So what does that mean? They're gonna fire all the minorities? Are they going to get rid of the minorities, or are they going to get rid of the people with disabilities and all these other things that they were supposed to not discriminate against? And I think that it just gives companies permission to discriminate against people. Now, you're going to have some companies out there that are not going to honor that. They're not going to pay any attention to that, because some companies have a revolving door. You have some companies that have a revolving door. That there's a lot of factories where I live, and then some healthcare facilities have like a revolving door, to where they always need people. It don't matter what race you are. They just need bodies. They just need bodies to come in and do the work. They just need bodies to produce whatever. So it's some lot in healthcare. I can't see healthcare facilities honoring this, doing this DEI thing, because most of the time healthcare facilities have like a revolving door where they always need help all the time. And then factories have a revolving door as well, where they people are always constantly quitting and whatever. So it's like they have a revolving door. So I can't see. There's some businesses that's not gonna even be paying no attention to that. They're just gonna want bodies. It don't matter. It's not gonna matter what color you are, what race you are, your ethnicity or whatever. As long as you are that you physically can able to do the job, then now they may discriminate. They may discriminate if you have a disability. You know, people with disabilities are going to have a more difficult time trying to get a job, because that's what okay, all that was under that DI, all that was under that umbrella. And then white women benefit more, of course, from DEI. So they will be affected if a company doesn't want to hire women. They don't have to. And I mean, and then you can't come back on them and sue them, you know? Because of this rolling back of this DEI, you can't come back and sue them, you know? And if a company already has minorities and everything, what are they going to do? Fire? I think some companies have gotten rid of minorities. You know, are they going to be firing folks and stuff like that? You know, discrimination is illegal. It's supposed to be illegal. I'm saying it's supposed to be illegal for companies to discriminate against somebody because of their race or age or sex. All that's supposed to be illegal. So this DEI thing, rolling back this DEI thing, makes it legal for companies to discriminate against people. That's what it's doing. It's making it legal. It's going to be legal for companies to discriminate against people. They don't have to hire you if you are a minority. They don't have to hire you if you're a woman. They don't have to hire you if you have a disability. They don't have to hire you if you have or if you're because of, like, your sexual orientation, and you can't come back on them and sue them for it. So it gives companies a legal right to discriminate against people. That's dirty. That's dirty. So it's like they want to go back. It's like they want to roll the clock back to the 1960s. There's one reason why these things were put into place, because back in the Jim Crow era, or and after that, they didn't want to hire black people. Places didn't want to give black people no job. Since we stopped working for free, since our people stopped working for free, that's when they didn't want to hire us. Since we stopped working for free. Now, when the labor was free and they didn't have to pay for us, they didn't have to pay us. They didn't have a hard. We didn't have a hard time getting a job at all back in slavery. Our people, I'm talking about we like I was a slave. My ancestors that were slaves were gainfully employed, wasn't they? But when my ancestors stopped working for free, when they outlawed slavery and they stopped working for free, that's when it was a hard time for them. They didn't want to hire. They didn't want to hire no black people. Once black people stopped working for free. So it's like Donald Trump and them want to roll back this stuff. It's like they want to take us all the way back to the Jim Crow era, to where black people had no opportunities. They didn't want to give black folks no opportunities. Not just black people, but other minorities as well. And it's like, if a company don't want to hire you because of your race or whatever, you can't come back on them and sue them, because they can use this DEI thing as a defense. The only thing he's ensuring is that white males get opportunities. He's ensuring more opportunities for white males, white able-bodied males. Because if you're a white male and you have a disability, or if you're a white male and you are of a particular age, you're over the age of 50, you're going to fall under that DEI thing. So considering the fact that you are a white male that's able-bodied and not over the age of 50, they're going to have more opportunities. They won't be facing any discrimination. It's going to benefit able-bodied, young, white males over and above everybody else. Because I think that's what he wants. He wants the white males to just take over and rule the country. Yeah, that's what he wants. That's what him and Elon Muskrat ultimately want. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know if you think that that's discrimination. That's discrimination, and this DEI thing is it making it so that you can't come back on them and sue them? It's not a good. It's not a good thing. This DEI thing is not good. Okay, hit me in that comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button, shoot that algorithm up. Until the next video, you guys be blessed.